All right. Whew. Oh my goodness. Hello, y'all. Um, hello, hello. I hope you get a notification that tells you I'm live. Hey, Queen Vita. Ooh, 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 ooh. How are you, Queen? Hey, my two cents. Lovely. It's already a party. Literally, two of my favorite people. Mm. Oh, I don't know how long I'm gonna be on here. Um, but I thought I was gonna come on. Hey Nutbush, hey Starville, and talk more about the Kevin Samuels thing and how all this divine feminine energy and these warnings, and some of it can sound crazy to some people, I am sure. It does not sound crazy to me though. Hope you don't judge me for that. But it is opening a discussion. But I named it the Divine Feminine, and then I opened my box. I had ordered something uh, when I was in Arizona, and it came. I have two, but this is a statue of Hecate or Hecate. She is a goddess. Okay, isn't she beautiful? Just holding her. Oh, I'm just Oh, isn't she beautiful? She is so fierce, okay, and so fabulous and so powerful. Like, oh, so like literally, I was afraid. Like, I wasn't afraid when I saw her, but when I got her here, just to give her my love and really revere her power was so amazing. So, I have a few books here. So here is who she is. Yes, Hecate, Greek, someone said. Underworld goddess, goddess of night and darkness, queen of ghosts, queen of shades, controller of the hidden things of nature, possibly a moon goddess. Hecate is either the daughter of the Titan Perseus or Persis and Asteria, or Zeus and Asteria, or Zeus and Demeter. Hecate presides over birth, life, death, streets, and gates. Whew. Her priestess is Medea, to whom she taught the art of magic. Hecate, often depicted with a torch, was only worshipped at night by torchlight. Dogs and black lambs were offered to her as sacrifices. She is sometimes shown as a triple statue at crossroads who has with her a pack of hounds. Sometimes she is confused with Artemis. She is similar, if not the same, as the Indian Ikata. Hecate is associated with Persephone and Pluto. Some think she was an aspect of both Selene and Artemis. The name Brimo was used for Hecate as well as for Persephone, Rhea, and Demeter. Hecate as an epithet was used by Luna, Diana, and Persephone. Okay, that is from, now that's only one. Now that's from Dictionary of Ancient Deities. Okay, that's from Dictionary of Ancient Deities by Patricia Turner and Charles Russell Collier. Okay, that's out of that. But I want to read from another one. Hold on one moment. Hold on 1 minute. Because hi everybody, what's up, Rebel Son? Oh my goodness. Oh, Miss New. Baby, the chat is full of my people that I love. Oh, my anyway, I heard people be having camera slits and stuff. I ain't got time to be shady. I ain't got time to be shady. Okay, now this is the Woman's Encyclopedia of Myths and Secrets by Barbara G. Walker. Quite honestly, I'm not even going to lie to you. I believe, because in 10 years ago, 12 years ago. I don't know if I got the book 12 years ago, maybe, but that may be in storage. But then when this came up again online in my spirit to get back into, come on, ladies, now let's get information. Okay, when I heard the directive, I ordered this again, right? About maybe 4 or 5 months ago. And I forgot it. So I'm listening to a lecture the other day, and Brother Panic, he's like, he says, you got to have the Woman's Encyclopedia of Myths and Secrets by Barbara G. Walker. And my brain went. So I went into Amazon to see if I had bought it recently. It didn't say that I had, so I have it again. So, and I said, you know what? I must be amassing this library for my my progeny, as they say. Is that for a woman? Can a woman have progeny? Anyway. Anywho, check this out. Okay. This is also Hecate, the triple goddess. Okay. She was called the lovely one. And she is the midwives are her people. Hold on. Okay. Sometimes she was part late. Okay. Now, was one of the many names of the original feminine trinity. Hold on, I got to get to where I was. Okay. The moon in heaven, Artemis. Sometimes part of the queen of the heaven. Okay. Devised a labored explanation for his journey from. Okay. Late Hellenic writers devised a rather labored explanation for Hecate's journey. This is Hecate, y'all. She just got here. Okay. She came all the way from Sedona, Arizona. I'm going to go over the details of what she has on and all her accoutrement, baby, because she is something. Shoot. Oh, late Hellenic writers devised a rather labored explanation for Hecate's journey from the sky to the underworld, originally a mythic metaphor for the moon's setting. Hecate was in the house of a woman in childbirth. The gods, fearing magical contagion from this, plunged her into the river Archon to wash away the traces of birth mana. The river carried Hecate underground, where she married Hades. This was a myth derived from patriarchal anxieties about contact with childbearing women, demonstrated especially in the Bible, Leviticus chapter 12, verse 5. Ritual bathing of mother and child in a sacred river after the laying in period probably gave rise to the story of Hecate's river journey. During the Middle Ages, Hecate became known as Queen of the Ghost World or Queen of Witches. She was especially diabolicized by the Catholic authorities, who said the people most dangerous to the faith were precisely those whom Hecate patronized. Midwives, her ancient threefold power was copied, however, by priestly writers who reassigned it to their own deity, the threefold power of Christ, namely in heaven, earth, and in hell. So one of the original archetypes for them saying that there is based on a myth around this particular deity, Hecate, who came from the sky, came down to earth into the underground, heaven, earth, and in hell. So that's very cool, right? Isn't she dope though? Look at her hood. And isn't that beautiful? Look at that. That is a serpent. So that we have been taught to fear serpents. There's nothing to be afraid of. That just signifies that Kundalini energy, and it's going where? Up her spine, right? Yep. That's where it's going, up her spine. She is dope. Oh, she is so dope. So Yeah, man. And she's got the hounds who roll with her. She's the queen of the nighttime, the underworld. Probably a crosser over that helps you through. Well, it doesn't say that part, but a moon goddess. But I was so excited when I saw her and I got her out the box and I read these works. Oh, and this one I already told you, right? The Encyclopedia of Women's Myths and Secrets. And a lot of these books I've had for so long that I might read one passage and put the book down for several years. I'm not gonna lie. But I have been nudged to do more. And as I was looking for something, this fell off the bookshelf. Okay. Again, a book I was told to get, so I got it, but I haven't read it yet. Isis Magic, Cultivating a Relationship with the Goddess of 10,000 Names. M. Isadora Forrest. And I got the 10th anniversary edition, honey. So, what I have learned about studying is, particularly when you're studying this information or metaphysics or healing, and there's a lot of source material and or commentary on it. And this is just what I'm learning as I'm literally just now starting to open up some of these books on a more regular basis, is to really scan through them, see what I feel like. If it touch me, read it. You know, I'm big on, even when I was doing a lot of self-help books, I'm big on, I will read till I get to the point where I'm like, okay, I have enough information now where I got to go implement whatever I just learned. And I just put the book down and I just go to work. And then a lot of times I don't forget, sometimes even go back to the book. And sometimes I do. It just really depends. It just really depends. Do I worship? I don't worship anyone, honey. I don't worship anyone. So now see, I just opened this. It was right there. It was right there. I'm sitting up here talking to y'all, and I'm gonna turn it to you, and I'm gonna tell you what did that look right there. Look right there. Chapter 13, Becoming the Magician of Isis in the House of Life. Now see, I wasn't even, but now that it's right there, guess what? Now I gotta start right here. Oh man. But anyway, I had the most interesting conversation with my son. We did, in fact, have a conversation about Kevin Samuels. And that young man's got some strange notions, even though he's my child. He is his own man. He has his own thoughts, his own experiences. But he literally, I mean, he sounds like just one of those men sometimes. Even though he's in a very good relationship and he treats his woman well. But I mentioned, I said, well, you know you are a man and you have privilege. You have male privilege just based on the fact that you're a man. And he argued me down. The wage gap has been debunked, mother. I'm like, you do know that you can have sex and get up and walk away and be gone, right? And you not even know that you have left a seed that has made union with an egg. It's going to produce a light that is now with this woman, right? But he's talking about, but nobody can make a woman do nothing. Women have all the power. Women have control. And I was just like, bruh, you sound insane. I said, okay. What did we talk about? Oh, he said, he said, you say that we're in a patriarchy, right? This is me and my son, who turned 27 years old 2 days ago. You say we're in a patriarchy, right? Did you know that 70% of Black households are headed by women? I said, yeah. So how can we be in a patriarchy? I said, because the households are ran by women whose fathers are not fathering the children. You want to know how that is not a patriarchy, but instead is a matriarchy? I said, well, then we need to get you the definitions of patriarchy and matriarchy. And privilege and male privilege, baby. We was arguing. I was pulling up definitions. I'm like, male privilege. He's in Germany. It's midnight there. We arguing. Baby. We was talking about, I said, one thing I know, you got to live your own life and you got to run your own race. Even though you have children who have come through you, that you don't own those people. You should not try to control anybody. You should not try to control anybody. But what I want to talk about, the divine feminine, and touch on is something that I posted on my community feed. If you go to my community feed, I put a video there that is by there's a few videos I put up there, baby. Woo! The Divine Feminine by Manly P. Hall. The Divine Feminine by Manly P. Hall. Let me hold on one moment, because feminine. Y'all bear with me, child. Ooh, you should see. I should be. I'm not. I should be ashamed, but I'm not. Okay. And I really want you all to hear, if you haven't had a chance, what he is saying. And if you don't know, and I know, I already know, so let me just do this. Let me pull up, I'm going to share my screen so that we can see these things together, because I love you all so very much. You're my good girlfriends, honey. And my good boyfriends too. Manly P. Hall. There we go. Shakalaka boom, shakalaka. La la la. Okay. And let's see. Share my love. This is the one, right? Window, which is that one. Oh. Oh, maybe it's a Chrome tab. There we go. Here we go. Back to me. Okay. So you all, how do I make this bigger? How do I? There we are. I'm like, I can't see, mama. Okay. Oh, how do I control? Ooh. Bear with me. So, question is, do I? Anywho, Manly P. Hall was a Canadian author, lecturer, astrologer, and mystic. Over 70 years, he gave thousands of lectures, including 2 at Carnegie Hall, published over 150 volumes, of which best known, The Secret Teachings of All Ages, which he wrote in 1928. In 1934, he founded the Philosophical Research Society in Los Angeles. It includes a research library, lecture hall, and publishing house. That is not all. Okay. Let me come down again. Yeah, he wrote The Secrets of All Ages. He wrote about Freemasonry and all of that good stuff. How do I? Boom. Okay. All righty. So he is somebody that caught my attention when I saw the title. When I typed in The Divine Feminine, a lecture by Manly P. Hall popped up, and I went, huh. Oh, I wonder what he has to say. And his whole premise is that everything in this bad boy is jacked up and will remain so until women correct it. That we're the only ones who can. That only women can correct what is wrong with the world.
Something superior to itself. Education is not going to save us, no matter how many universities we build.
Can y'all hear that?
But there is something in the university that can help us to outgrow the university. And that is the thing we are greatly concerned with. We have today great schools of science. We have a new age of computers that is already short-circuiting itself. We have all kinds of advancements that we boast of, including munitions. But none of these things have any permanent value and have no foundation in truth. The truth of the matter is that all material things exist for two purposes alone. The basic purpose being to preserve the continuity of material existence, and the second, to outgrow it. And without these two working together, we're in very bad shape. Now, to get the thing back on its feet again, we have to restore the concept that the great moving power of creation, as we know it, is love. Without love, nothing will work. Without love, true love, nothing can be truly accomplished. And what we have generally regarded as affection or love is for the most part too diluted, too weak, and too inadequate to fulfill its own purpose. Therefore, the only basis of international understanding is mutual affection. The only way of preventing divorces from running away with mankind is affection. And affection, of course, based upon a certain experience. The things that happen to us are intended to be a continuing, unrolling scroll of learning. Every day we learn something. And now, every day that we learn something,
give it just a couple more minutes, y'all.
Anything we don't want to know or never bother to take consideration of it. We are working on a mental level, and this mental level is getting us into one difficulty after another.
Hang in there.
Because the mind is useless unless it is warmed by the love principle within it.
Yes.
Wisdom without love is fallacy. Strength without compassion is fallacy. Learning without love, or without leading to a greater faith in realities, is empty. There's nothing to it. And we are living on this surface of this emptiness every day of our lives and trying to make it seem as though it was important and useful. So if in the next few years, which it seems quite reasonable, there will be a continual unfolding of the significance of the feminine principle in life, that it is going to be restored to the dignities which it once held for long periods of time, until the human being became too intellectual and lost contact with reality. This means also, however, that the advancement of the feminine part of society depends upon some thoughtfulness, some consideration, and some realization of significance. Instead of assuming that this can be accomplished by the woman taking on the mental attitudes of the man.
All right. You got the gist, right? Now, the man gave this talk in the 20s or the 30s, okay? Okay? The rise of the divine feminine, he goes on to say and tell the truth of, and his life was about talking about the hidden realities, and a lot of it was like, talking about the Freemasons and the secret teachings of all ages. That's a book. I've got that book sitting somewhere. I think I've got it twice. I might have it 3 times again. But what he was saying was what you heard there is, what we're going through, what we are experiencing, like I tried to explain to my son, was that when we are blaming each other, we're still not correcting it. we're still not correcting whatever the imbalance is, because love is the answer. And you cannot be in a state of blame if you are truly coming from a place of love, which they say this actual substance is made of, this universe, the fabric of our beings. We are made in love. We are love. And what he was saying is that when men, the masculine principle, which now is out of balance, it's too far to the masculine. It is pulling things out of balance to where the external, the conflict, the competition, the fight, the domination, those things, those masculine energies have become too effing much. It's got everybody against everybody everywhere over every fucking thing. And that is out of balance. So the rise of the divine feminine, what he was saying is kindness and love. And he was saying women need to be in charge more, but not in a space where they're modeling men, because we've already seen that. We're talking about from the love space, not one where anybody is compelling out of competition, out of the same shit that the men are operating out of. Power and control and domination and hoarding and all this other shit, this self, they want to deify themselves and demonize others. It's like, no, we're all supposed to deify ourselves. And when we come into the balance where we can tell the truth about the existence and the beginnings of who, what, where, and how, and who's in the beginning and who's the motherfuckers just got here, and how y'all need to calm the fuck down. It is what it is. You know, you might could get somewhere. You might could get somewhere. What's up, Tito? So it's the love out of balance, too much masculine energy, too much violence in the atmosphere. Literally. And he's really spoke also about, when we talk about the feminine energy, we're talking about the mother love. The mother love, instead of the woman being demonized and the woman energy being oppressed, that woman energy needs to do what it does. No man who's been married several years and is happily married can tell you that he is running his household and that it's peaceful. That's not true. No. Everything works better when the mother is running shit, and y'all know that. Nothing where y'all can't find shit, you can't remember nothing, you don't know who was important to do what, where, and how. You don't know because mama. It's mama. Mama makes everything better in your life, and you know that's the truth. That's why you love your mama, but you also want to oppress your mama because you start to see her as a woman, and we're masculine. And then as I was talking to my son, I said, well, Kevin, a lot of this is just, we've been mass mind controlled. Oh, he just kicked that just right down the block. Oh, no, I think people can be influenced, but not mind control. I said, well, have you read any books on mind control? Because I haven't read through all of them, but I have a few. And again, I've skimmed through them. And I to my knowledge, it's a television program, a radio program. And now that we are mostly on social media, this is a medium, right? I am providing a particular program, right? Kevin Samuels had a particular program. And I told him, just the fact that you can repeat stuff from him means he did programming with his information. And that masculine energy, that's what shout out to Erica De Niro TV, who was talking about how he was creating some sort of cult in men. not to be, I didn't watch that brother. I didn't watch that brother. So I don't know a lot. I just heard about, when he passed, and I talked about it a month ago when something said, is he a government agent? Because he seems to be working against Black people at an alarming rate. And he seems to be like blew up all of them up sudden with all this big backing. Now he's like everywhere. And I'm like, that normally doesn't happen like that. But okay. I mean, but hey, that's your thing. No judgment from me. And then when he passed and I was speaking on it, you know what I'm saying? But anywho, Ski, back down, I forgot my dang on thought on that one. Anywho, but the love thing, the divine feminine, the mother energy, that is coming online. It is coming back online. I don't know how to explain that I know other than what I see. and I can give you a vantage point of that, which is I'm a woman. I'm a Black woman, and I'm watching, and I know several Black women, and they're rejecting the programming on a massive level and have been. And shout out to the youngins. A lot of youngins are out here doing all kind of madness that you might think so from a religious mindset. If all you doing is got your head in the sand and you just got your head in the Bible and you just praying to Jesus all the time, and that's fine. I'm not judging. Actually, I'm going to give you some great, loving, beautiful information that's going to liberate you and it's going to really excite you about the Christ energy and really give you some information to boost up your Christianity for sure. Okay. Shit, I done went down the rabbit hole again. The love energy was what I was talking about, I think, right? I don't know. Where you at, Queen V Tut? What was my last thought? Oh, I forgot to do this too. Copy clipboard. Hold on, just in case anybody want to come in and say something and talk. Divine feminine. I'm looking right at you. Anyway, mother, love. What was we talking about? I went right out. Oh, I'm excited. Oh, that there's go with the love energy. Yeah, no, that there is how do I know this the shift is happening? That women are rejecting the programming. I know that I was talking about that. Not only are we rejecting, yes, young women, we may think they're doing something crazy, but they're not always doing crazy shit. They doing a lot of good work. I've seen a lot of young women who are very much into learning about their chakras. A lot of them rejecting the religious programming, especially when it comes to the patriarchal aspect. Even if they're still religious on some level, they are rejecting the idea that you have produced a father, a child, and you ain't got no mama. Okay, they're rejecting that notion that just right there, that math, that dog don't hunt. Okay, you ain't seen that nowhere in nature where there's a father and a son and you can't find his day, neither the mama nor the wife or the baby mama, nothing. That does not happen, right? So that already tells you shit's off balance. So from my understanding, and I haven't studied a lot of it at all, I ain't gonna lie to y'all, but I did go through, like I said, Sacred Woman 20 years ago, and I have a concept of the Ma'at balance, 42 laws of Ma'at. Your heart will be weighed when you leave this life, and your heart must be light as a feather. Feather is the feather of Ma'at. Balance. You must be balanced in your heart chakra. You can't be having all your bad luggage up in your heart chakra, right? Ma'at is balance. And this patriarchal penis energy that literally is fucking the world up with its penis just everywhere. Nature's fucked up, infrastructure's fucked up, relationships are fucked up. Communication is fucked up. The water's fucked up. The food's fucked up. The wealth structure's fucked up. Everything's fucked up. Everything is pretty much fucked up. And that is coming from someone who is one of the most optimistic people you're ever going to talk to. Bitch, I can see a rainbow everywhere, okay? That's a fact, though. All you got to do is look around. But also, too, there is love everywhere as well. Now, the great master, C. Freeman Nail, said, will good ever outdo evil and evil ever outdo good? No, because it would ruin the polarity down here in the third dimension. So we're going to say no. But what we can bring is a sense of balance, because everything shifts, right? That's the law of course. Is it correspondence or in the, hold on, I've got them right here, child. Hold on, there's 7 universal laws. There's 7 universal laws. The pendulum moves back and forth. Oh, hell no. I could run in there and go grab the Kabbalion, but right. The law of mentalism, that's the first law, right? Remember that the mind is all is mind, and the universe is mental. Law number 2, the law of correspondence. The second law is also known as above, so below. As within is without. That's why whatever you're thinking up here is going to manifest down here in your life. Your thoughts are the most important thing that you possess and that you have. And that is something I'm learning more and more about. I really, 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 it's like I've gone baby steps through it through the years. When I was heavy into the Blab It and Grab It group of church, and I would go to every conference, honey. I used to go to Dr. Price's church in California, baby. I'd have been to Kenneth Copeland and them crusades. I done been at the conventions. I used to have the whole box of DVDs. I used to buy all the CDs. Baby, my kids would do nothing but listen to those CDs, honey. I was in it, okay? I was there, baby. I was there giving my good 10%. Let me tell you, when I was Christian, I was a good Christian, okay? I remember I was there celebrating the flyover when the Copelands bought a brand new jet. I tell you, I have been dead. Shit. And what I mean by that is just a space in my mind where I was still trying to figure some shit out. Oh, but it was all very important. It was all wonderful, okay? Because what that exercise, with that group of people taught me was that you can stand on the word and have a positive affirmation. And if I put enough good energy behind it, I can make shit happen. Now, they would say I'd have to give God somebody else all the glory. Somebody else, right? But I digress. Law 3 is the law of vibration. I didn't get to the yeah, I've had myself a good time in this world. But I think it's good. Oh my God. I could have literally walked in and got the Kabbalion faster than this phone. Oh, 7 laws Kabbalion. There we go. Mentalism, correspondent vibration, polarity, cause and effect. There we go. Cause and effect. There we go. Yeah, I be trying to get my stuff together. Hey, Nomi. Hey, Miss Khalifa. Yeah, but I am excited about this time, the rise of the divine feminine. And I'm gonna tell you, it is scary, y'all. Okay? It is scary. Okay? It is. It is. But only for a hot little second. Meaning, you're only afraid of your own self. It really is just love. I can't tell you how I was so listen, this statue, not when I got it at the store. I picked it up at the store with no problem. Kid, I said, you coming home with me? Probably. I don't know, because I have another one and I gotta unbox that one. But then I went, oh my God, plus I have another book about and I have read a page or a chapter or two, a book on Hecate. It's about the shadow self. Baby, it had made me go, ooh, ooh, ooh. So I had this feeling around her, but when I opened her up and pulled her out the box and I started to read about her, there was a certain level of fear I felt. Okay? It was. But it was more like a reverence, like, you're a badass. Like, girl, there is a whole myth around you. You feel what I'm saying? Like, now that is feminine, strong ass energy, and the reassurance that you get and you will get as you work more to become more spiritual and question more things and tap into more things that maybe take you out of your comfort zone. Maybe you want to try yoga, you're afraid, you don't know. And I literally had a cousin, a pastor at church, told her that if she did yoga, it would be the same as talking to the devil. You see what I'm saying? There's going to be a level of fear with anything that you're dealing with new, but it really is about you, me too, always. And I'm talking to myself first. I'm my first hearer. I'm not better than you. I ain't doing nothing that you can't do. You probably are doing more than me. I'm just happy to be on here right now talking to you and you listening. That's all. But for me, what I realized and what I felt is right behind that fear was more like an outside thing. But the energetically, what I was getting was nothing but love. Nothing but love and nothing but admiration, nothing but reassurance, like, you're good. And what Spirit was explaining to me is it is scary when you touch your own feminine power because you are so powerful. Me, I am so powerful, but I sometimes get afraid of my own power. I get afraid of my own power. You know what I'm saying? And when I saw, the first thing I saw was her dagger. I was like, that is so dope, right? Then I saw like the anchor she's got, right? They say the underworld, right? She's got a belt that's an anchor that's holding her down, man. And then she's got like a sheath right here, like another knife. But then I looked at her again. I was like, well, she's ready to fuck something up. But then I realized the biggest thing she has is the light. She has weapons. She can use them, I'm sure, if she has to. She's got 2 dogs too. But the biggest thing she has that she's holding up high above even herself is light. She has the light. The light of love, the light of life, the light of God to light her path. That's what we have. We do have that. We have the light of God to light our path. We have, and it is an inner light. It is an inner light, right? And it is ours and it is powerful. But just, when you feel afraid, use words to tell yourself you are well, you are safe, you are surrounded by light, and tell your ancestors you understand that they love you and that they are there and you know that they're there. Know that they're there. Your loved ones, they be right there with you. Be like, y'all got me, and call on them too. These are your ancient tools of love and connection, and nothing for you to be afraid of. It is just going to help you as you live. As you live, it's going to help you let go of baggage, let go of fear, the limitations in your mind, your fears around money, and all this shit, man. I posted on my community page again, another young lady. She was talking about the divine goddess, young girl, and she was talking about ease. That understanding activating the goddess within yourself is understanding the principle of ease. That things should be easy for you. Black woman, things should be easy for you. This is your space. This is my space. And what this wonderful journey has taught me is I've learned how to make my life easy for myself. And I am grateful for that. So grateful for that. That is an art. That is your birthright. To have ease of mind, clarity of purpose, loving ways, loving tones. And I am going to be 54 coming up soon. And I am just now really, really getting this concept. Like really, okay? And it's never too late for anybody, anywhere. When we are suffering in our minds and we are feeling sad and disconnected and lonely and out of sorts, it's because we haven't connected with ourselves. That is all. That is all that is. And I can promise you what I have discovered and am discovering all the time, that myself is longing for me as well. Yourself is longing for you as well. And it's just really a good 10 minutes in the morning. I have found this one technique works so well for me, which is when you get up to pee. And as women of a certain age, we're going to get up and pee in the middle of the night. Not that first one, but that later one that's between 3 and 6 a.m. And you're going to know when it's happening because you're probably already getting up around that time anyway. You don't know why. And you're usually able to go back to sleep. Some of you get up and stay up. But right if you can, if your mate is not snoring too loudly, because if they are, it may disturb you. If they are, get up and come into another room, like the living room, which I do when my husband's home. But when he's not, and I do have this option because I can talk about being in the bed by myself because I'm in the bed by myself the majority of the time. I get back in the bed and I sit up. I have the little sitting cushion. I put it behind me and I put my pillow behind me and I sit up in the bed. I still have my legs are straight, and then I will do a good 10-minute to 20-minute. It may be longer depending on how I'm feeling, but I started with 10 minutes only. Trust me, I did. And you just sit there with your eyes closed. Okay. And the easiest thing to do to calm yourself, and remember, you just woke up, so you're already very calm. Don't go to sleep if you can with it. It's harder if you go to sleep with TVs on. Some people say I can't go to sleep unless I have the TV on. I can't go to sleep unless I have some music on. I can't go to sleep. There's a lot of noise going on in your mind, and you can't even hear yourself. You can't even hear yourself. So I would suggest not to do that. But if you must, when you awaken to sit with yourself, you will need to turn everything off. You will. Because you will need to just sit and be quiet and just take 3 good deep breaths in through your nose. Hold it. Now I just did that once. So what I did was I inhaled for 4 counts. I held it for 4 counts. I exhaled it for 4 counts. Do that 4 times. and you will relax yourself. If you can't do it but one time, you still will relax yourself. If you can't do that many, you can do an alternate nostril breathing in through one nostril. Hold it. Blow out the other. There's different counts. 4, inhale for 4. I think I hold it for 6 or 7 and exhale for 8. What this does is brings prana, life energy, air into your brain. And it touches all that good shit in your neurons and all that. I don't know everything that's in your brain, but it's good for your brain. Good for your mind. Good for your brain, really. Calms you right down. Those 10 minutes, and you can read countless studies on all the benefits of meditating. And people think, oh, I can't do it because I got to slow my mind down. No, you don't. That's not what meditating is. Meditating is not slowing down your mind. To sit and be quiet with yourself automatically slows your mind down. Even if you don't feel it while you're doing it. You see, you don't have to challenge them when they're coming. I am learning this myself. This is what gave me peace. Was a book I had. I sent it to my son, Meditation Made Easy by Light Watkins, I believe. Yes. Let me see if I can find it on Amazon. Let me see, Light Watkins. And he emphasizes handsome young man. Where's your book, child? Everything. Amazon. Shop Light Watkins. I'm trying to get the thing up so I can show you. Blissmore. There it is. My brain could not find it. Blissmore. Okay. How to succeed in meditation without really trying. Let's do Scrooge. Y'all can tell that this I am not that keen on a lot, but we just rock with it. Yeah, I mean, just do my thing, yo. Here we go. Yeah. Can y'all see that? Okay. That is his book. Really, really, really good. Look at there. If you get it on a Kindle, if you've got a Kindle device, it's $4.99. If you have audiobook, it's free $99. I did the soft cover. I don't even have the hardcover, but I don't know if they have those as an option, but that's the book, okay, that helped me the most in terms of sticking to a meditation practice. Hey, Sean Bradley, what's up, boo? Woo, woo, woo. Oh, come on, Wednesday afternoon. Child, me and Sean talking is hilarious. Trying to get the times right. Tell me you're going to have to try that because you wake up during that time. Yes, most of us do. Most of us do. They say it's because the hours between midnight, I think 4 or 5 in the morning, is when the melatonin rush pours down from the pineal gland. So it's the most spiritual time of day. That's why most of the mystics will tell you to wake up very early. The young man, the motivational preacher guy, that the Christian preacher fella, motivational speaker guy, he is big on, he gets up at 3 o'clock every morning. Wayne Dyer says, wake up between 3 and 6 for 2 years straight. So there's a lot of validity to and science behind that. But naturally, it just happens to us, right? So we can take advantage of that. I don't always, I ain't gonna lie, but I can feel the difference when I don't. But I do 95% of the time. If I wait and try and do it in the daylight, it's just a different vibe. What works for me and has worked for me best is doing it in those early mornings when I first wake up. Yeah. So that helps. And if you will just start with that, Black woman, Black man, sitting with yourself, meditating, that's going to help you so much. I can tell you, I can feel a difference where I don't feel anxiety in my stomach. You know, you get that gut feeling that it's an internal thing. You know the feeling. It's an anxiousness around certain things. I don't feel any of that anymore. I could go. I don't even know all the benefits I received, but that's the most tangible one that I can really go unequivocally. It happened quickly. And it's alleviated so many fears also, you know, breathing exercises. I believe, and I'm not going to lie, for me, for somebody who was fearful, like super fearful of, you know, even delving into, I was cool with metaphysics. But then once we started going deeper, it got real scary for me. I think that I was very religiousized. You have to remember, I was traumatized in the church at 8 years old. My first foster home was a church, the pastor and the first lady of a church. And going there was traumatic. I told you they showed a picture of heaven and hell, a whole thing about the rapture, some horrible shit to see when you're 8 years old. You hear me? I remember we lived in Ladera Heights, which is Culver City, not far from the airport. And I remember being 8 years old and hearing the airplanes going over, but I was a kid. I didn't know that's what that was. And I would be crying and asking for Jesus to please save me, please save me, please save me. If that's the rupture, like fucking terrorized, okay? So even though I had all this information and I knew that I was connecting to my spiritual self, I still was scared on some shit for a lot of while. I ain't gonna lie. But it wasn't until I started really working with my body, and I haven't even been doing that much. That's the damn shit. I ain't even been doing that much. I don't think I have a full month of consistent yoga. I'm like, is it a month? Has a month passed? I don't think so. But we're getting there, maybe in a week or so. But just doing that, just the breathing when I can, just moving my body, doing the tapping and things, open up the meridians. I feel like just moving that energy, which all of that is designed to do is move prana, is helping me to be less fearful about the journey, less fearful about damn near anything. You know what I mean? So it's ancient, secret, self-help, modern wisdom. It really is. It's wisdom that celebrates the womb, the mother, the healer. And as women, we need to heal and love on ourselves. So let's do that and help the divine energy along her path, because baby, she is coming. Okay, she done showed up at my house. Anyway, I need to go before it hits an hour. I love y'all so very much. Peace and blessings to you and yours.